Hey, I'm very excited to report that our skeletons for our door decorating thing have just arrived from Amazon. So there are skeletons in the house. It's very exciting. Uh, my name is Gary, and I'm going to go post our link for today's lesson on the web page. The web page is jollyrogerukulele.com. You should go there and get all of your stuff. All right, I didn't get yesterday's deleted. Did I fix that? Shoot, hold on. Got a mess going on here. Let me make sure I posted yesterday's archive. What is today? Tuesday? Today is Tuesday. Did I post Monday? Mondays are posted. Let's get rid of these. Delete. Oops. What did I do? Edit page. I'm going to get this right. Sorry. Let's see. There's that. What? It's 12:04. It's supposed to be starting in 1 minute. People will be. They'll be like, "What the heck are you doing, Gary?" There's that. There's that. There's that. I thought I deleted it already. All right. Sometimes delete that. Paste. Shift. Link. Edit. Enter. Edit. Settings. Open a new window. Update. Okay, so that should get everybody rolling in here. Today we're playing Amazing Grace. We are also playing Las Mañanitas, and we are playing something else. 5 for 2. All right, so hopefully everybody had a chance to look over that sheet music yesterday. And I got Monday all done, and now I should have Tuesday all set up. Let me click here. This will get everybody rolling in here. Everybody will say, hey, the sound is good. Sometimes the sound has not been good. So we're getting, now when I do click on get the link to do these things, it's now giving me the option to post on Facebook. I don't know if we should do these live on Facebook as well. I think you can double up somehow. I don't really understand that stuff. Lynn is in. Lynn is in from New Jersey, right? So that's exciting. And loving the John Denver tunes. Now she's talking about the class that comes after this. John Denver is John Denver is one of those players that I secretly really like, but I like to make fun of in person. And so yeah, we're doing those at the 1 o'clock hour. This is the 12 o'clock hour. Lynn, focus. Vic is here. She's in from Oregon. Back to high school, right? Yeah, I'm trying. My dad used to play John Denver on the stereo, on the hi-fi. Remember the giant consoles you used to have with the record thing on there? You put a stack of records in there, help get them scratched up early and often. Sound is good. Evelyn is in. Hola. Donna's here. Melissa's here. All right, guys. I'm going to get started. I'm going to go a little bit fast today. We went through basically everything yesterday. We got to cover Amazing Grace, which is one of the first songs that we have at this level in the key of G. And so pull that up. Let's talk about that very quickly. Then we'll play the other two. I do apologize. I've got some stuff going on here that I'm having to deal with, and I'm sort of bouncing all around, and I'm going to need to make classes tight and short today in order to have my 10 minutes solid to focus in on returning emails and being on top of some weird stuff going on. So Amazing Grace, that is our first song in the key of G. Okay, so let's make sure your G is good. Dun, 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 dun. Now, whenever you look at a G chord, you're not going to be pretty sure anytime that you were in the key of G that you're going to see some C notes, and you're also going to see either this D7 or this D7. Both of those are true. This is a D7, and this is a D7. One of the things in instrumental ukulele that's different than regular ukulele is in regular ukulele, we have very few chord shapes. Like this is a C chord and that's it. There's never any other C chord. But in instrumental ukulele, this is just one of many C chords that we have. Same thing with just G shape, lots of G shapes up and down here. And then a D7 is one of those that you get early on where you're like, this is odd. So here's a D chord, a D7, and here's a D7. And you're like, well, why would I ever do this one? That one's way harder than this one. Because this one sounds way better than this one in most cases. Now, in this song, you're going to have those three chords, and they're always, and so it's not an accident that they show up in this song. It wasn't, being a savant and being like, "Huh, I wonder what chords are in this song." If it's in G, good chance C and D7 are going to come along for the ride. So let's strum this first. So you're first going to go from your G chord. Next chord is a C chord, right? So that's not too tough to get there. Just lift these two guys up and put your ring finger down. And then you go to back to G. Those two guys go back down. He jumps up a string. And then when we get to D7, when we're singing and strumming, from G, this goes up here to get to the D7, and then you're going to come back to your G. Okay, so overall, this is the hard structure to get. The kind of the takeaway message that I hope that you're gathering is, hey, I don't want to take everybody off and rethink it and put something back on. Just try to do the minimum amount of motion. Lift that up, put that back down. Lift these guys up. Lift your ring finger up, put it back down, like that. So we're not yanking everybody off and rethinking, but just trying to do the minimum amount of motion between chords. That in and of itself will make you sound better and make you feel more professional and make you faster. Okay, so obviously I always talk about different ways to strum a song, like every song, right? So we're in 3/4. That means there's 3 beats in every measure. So we're going to be doing either 1, 2, 3, or we might do grab all 4 strings, 1, 2, 3, or we might grab maybe these 3 strings, thumb, index, middle, thumb, index, amazing grace, right? Do something like that. Okay, so let's play through it a couple of times. Let's say 3 times. First time, let's do thumb. Second time, let's do plucks. Third time, let's do thumb, index, middle, thumb, index, middle. And from yesterday working on arpeggios, hopefully that's starting to make a little bit of sense to you. Okay, I'm going to move this down just a smidge so there's less me and more ukulele. From the top, I'm going to count in 2. I'm going to sing and then you start. 1, 2. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. 2, 3, 1, 2. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 2, 3, 1. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. 1, 2. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Then let's do arpeggios. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Okay. Big takeaway on that style of play is that we kept the beat steady all the way through. So once the beat is steady, you as the chord player are also the drummer. So you have to make sure to be steady all the way through, whether you're strumming this way or plucking or arpeggiating, doesn't matter. Whatever you're doing with your right hand, as long as it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and that never changes no matter what's going on in the melody. You stay consistent with your either you're strumming or you're plucking or whatever, so that you can create a nice environment for the singer to sing right over the top of that nice steady beat, and it makes everybody happy. Okay, next thing then is let's talk about the melody. Okay, this is where we make our bread and butter. We're going to start with index. The whole entire first part of the song is either a 0 or a 2 and a 3. There are no 1s actually, right? So we're only going to use these 2 fingers. And once in a while, we're going to see a 5 sneak in. Now, Smart players are like, well, I'm on an ukulele. My pinky can reach up there. I'll hit the 5 just fine. But even smarter players are like, well, shoot, maybe I'll just play the 2s with my index finger, middle on the 3s, and that makes it much easier for my 5 to be there. So that's called playing in second position when you move up your index finger from position 1, which you're not going to use it, to position 2. And then now this becomes your 3 finger, and this will be your 5 finger. Now each finger is lined up 2, 3, 4, 5, and nobody's got to reach anywhere. So it's a way to confuse you a little bit, but it's also a way to make sure it's much easier to be effective on those higher notes that you're much more likely to hit them. Okay, I'm going to play in second position. You play in either first or second position. Melody only, please. 1, 2. I got to count in 2. 1, 2. 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. Oh, 3, oh, 2. 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. Oh, 5, 2, 3, 1, 2. 2, 5, 2, 3, 2. Oh, 3, oh, 2. 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. Oh, 3. That's it. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful piece of music. Now, once you're comfy with the melody and playing it about that speed, the nice part about this song does not need to be fast at all, right? Finally, Tough Uke. Those of you who are newer, this song is actually really, really helpful for getting you finally to start understanding that, hey, I'm not going to take anything off or move anything that I don't have to. Leave this G chord on almost through the whole thing. We'll walk through every moment in it, and then that way you're starting to get a handle on how to make your ukulele playing life at that high level where we're taking the melody, taking the chords, putting them together, turning off our voice, and letting the ukulele do all of the work. Okay, so start with your G chord and then add your pinky up here on 5. Well, you don't even have to do that yet, right? They're going to be one. Just grab your G chord. First note's a 2, you're already holding it down. Then you have 0, 2, 3, and you're already holding those down. Okay, next notes are 2 and 3, you're already holding them down. And then measure 2, you just 0, 2, 3, 2, just so everybody's already held down. End of measure 2, there's a 0, and you're holding your 2 down right now. So lift up your middle finger to hit the 0. And then you get 0, 0, 3, you're going to lift up your index finger. And now finally lift up your ring finger. And then I would go ahead and put your G chord right back on to hit the 2. Hit the 2 again. 0, 2, 3, that's a partial G chord. And your thumb is resting there on that first string. 2, 3. And then a full G chord. Middle finger up, it's a 0. Okay, we've already done a 1 bar chord, so let's do another. Bar on 2, pinky on 5. That's the next thing happening there at measure 7. Looks like a mess, right? It's like, oh my gosh, that's a lot. But it's just a bar on 2, then your pinky on 5. Strum that. That note's going to last 5 beats. So it's going to be 3 beats of measure 7 plus 2 beats in measure 8. So we hit 2, 3, 1, 2 is how we will count that. Okay, next note is a 2. So if I lift up my pinky finger, my 2's already held down with the bar, so I'm just going to pluck that. Here's the hard part of the song. From 2, you got to put your index finger there, middle finger there, ring finger there, make your G chord, reach up with your pinky to hit 5, and we play that. It's a mess there, 0, 2, 3, 5. Okay, and then immediately take your pinky back off. 2 and 3, you're already holding them down. And then a nice G chord at measure 10. Middle finger up to hit the 0. Index finger up to hit 0, 0, 3. Ring finger up to hit the 0. And then put your G chord right back on. To hit the 2, hit the 2 again. 0, 2, 3, you're already holding them down. 2, 3, you're already holding them down. And then a nice bar chord. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Just put your bar chord on there and play everybody. This sounds cool. Isn't that awesome? Hit the 0. And then finish up with the G chord, hit 3 strings. That's it. Okay. If you were brand new, thumb down on every single one of those. You're going to be doing great. Been around a while, pluck every one of those. Okay. All right. From the top. 1, 2. Two, three, 1, 2. Isn't that pretty? Let's do it one more time. 1, 2. Two, three, 1, 2. Okay, there you go. We're all set to go to church now. um, the big takeaway from this piece of music is, hey, I want to just basically run my G chord as much as I can. I just basically want to leave that there. If I have to make some minor modifications to it, I will. Biggest moment, right? You got to get this guy on in the measure 7 and then switch from this shape to that shape in one beat, right? And so that's where the work on in this piece of music is. That's the hard part. But the big takeaway is, hey, if I make all these notes, if I just hold my fingers down and let them hang out, if I can, you're going to get a lot of real beautiful connected sounds with that. And I just think this piece of music is perfect. Like everything about it is just right. Chords make sense. Music makes sense. One moment of kind of challenging right in the middle. We always want a hard part in every song. It's right there for you. And working on that little section there is nice. And notice in the tough uke, notice that the D chord that we're playing in the tough uke, this 2 2 2 2 5, looks nothing at all like the D7 that we're playing up in the when we're singing, and that's the difference between melodic playing or instrumental playing and singing and strumming. When you can get away with a very easier chord when you're singing because your voice is carrying the melody, but when your voice isn't, you have to start looking at what's going to make the most sense for me as a ukulele player. Putting this D7 on and reaching up with a 5, I can do that. I'd get a different kind of feeling to it. But really the purpose of the bar here is to help remind you, hey, we're going to be doing some bars. It sounds really nice that way. So you'll see the variations from the tough uke versus what's in the chords. Sometimes you'll never see a variation on the melody. The melody never changes. But sometimes we'll take a little bit different approach on the chords in the tough uke, mostly for playability, mostly for what can I get to easily and quickly. And sometimes that means sometimes that modifies the chord in the to a minor extent. All right, so there's Amazing Grace, guys. I'm pushing a little bit fast because you can hear I got emails coming in like bananas today. So I'm gonna push on forward. I'm gonna give you some work time on your own is what we do in the teaching profession when we know we have stuff we're supposed to be dealing with. Let's play Las Mañanitas next. We'll play that real fast. We'll play it at the correct speed, but we'll only play through it one time. Okay. Again, Las Mañanitas is a much less well-known piece of music here in the United States, but I'm thinking pretty much everybody knows this song in Mexico, and it's just pretty, right? And so we'll play it all the way down through measure 16, and then we will go back up and play it 1 through 15, skip 16, and play 17 and 18 to wrap it up. And again, if you're newer, okay, play the melody. You just play that melody. Beautiful melody. Again, here's a song, no ones in it anywhere. right? So consider playing that second position, then your pinky will be 5. How ironic that the lesson why very just taught that lesson to you 10 seconds ago. Here it shows up on Las Mañanitas, which is kind of fun. And so just play the melody. If you are still working on chords, or you feel like, hey, it might be a good idea for me to work on those, G 2 3 D 7 2 3, and like G D 7 and C, just exactly what I mentioned on the other song. Boy, that's perfect symmetry. And then finally, obviously, if you've been around a while, this is a great tough uke piece to tackle. So let's see if we can get it out. All right. Hi, Linda. Welcome in. All right. From the top, not fast. 1, 2. To the top. Pretty, right? That's a good song too. That's a lovely song. Don't play it fast. Take your time. Play it pretty. It's beautiful. About we're these are the mañanitas. I'm not sure what mañanitas are. And David sang to it to all the pretty girls, right? Yeah, heck yeah. And now we're going to sing them to you. Okay. Uh, Wake up, darling, wake up. The moon went off to hide. All the birds are singing sweetly, and pretty dawn has arrived. So get your butt out of bed, right? So it's a morning song. I understand it's sung at birthdays. Is that? I don't know, man, if any of you guys know that or not, but that's what I understand from my Wikipedia search. All right, Las Mañanitas. Very quickly, I'm going to get you guys out of here early today. Let's play 5'2". I'm going to go slow on 5'2". So just know who came in yesterday and says, "Are you trying to kill us?" Yeah, this is quite a bit tougher song. Okay, so we've got and guys, make sure you know where you're at. Right, book 1 is our Amazing Grace. Book 2 is Las Mañanitas and 5'2", but those are worlds apart in terms of difficulty. Las Mañanitas pretty much works, right? It pretty much, there's very little in there that's gonna just totally blow you out. 5'2", there's plenty of stuff in here that's super difficult, and so while they're both technically book 2, there's no question that that 5'2" is much harder. And it's probably only book 2 because it's public domain. Because usually I would have put this song as a book 3 next level type song. Let's walk through. If you are playing just melody, absolutely works, and that's perfectly fine. As you are playing melody, be mindful to come up with some strategies. It doesn't, you're probably fine to play in first position or second position or even third position, when you are getting the song started. 3, 2, 1, then slide up to third position, then middle, and then ring. Right, so that's a nice way to play that song, is just in third position, that section. Then when you go further down into the song at measure 9, 3, 5, 7. Okay, so I'm starting in third position again. 8, 7, 8, 7, 7, 7, 8, 7, 7, 5, 5, 5, 7, 5. Okay, right, and so I'm still working out pretty smart at third position. And then, of course, once you get to measure 16, where you've got to go 6, 7, 10, 7, 6, 7, 10, 7, 8, 6, oh. I'm probably going to play that little section in sixth position, so that I have less likelihood of missing a fret and jumping around. Of course, the demonstration I'm giving you, I missed a fret, but the idea would be, hey, if I play that those two measures there in sixth position, I'm going to play everything clear up to the 0, and then I'll be able to drop down to get my 3, 4. Okay, so just be mindful to have a strategy when you have a piece of music to be in the correct position at a certain time. Chords here, 5'2", eyes are blue. Oh, what else I think could do? And there's a regular G7 when you're singing. Anybody see my gal? When you see like a C plus add 9 in a measure, just play the main note, main chord. All right. Has anybody seen my gal? And then the second half. Now if you, and just use regular A7. Run into a 5'2" wall, regular D7, covered in fur, regular G7, diamond rings and all those things. You can bet your life it isn't her. Oh my, and regular F. Coochie woo, coochie coo. Has anybody seen my gal? Anybody seen? Has anybody seen my gal? Right? So just use your regular open chords when you're singing and strumming. You don't need to use these fancy ones. Those are for instrumental use. Okay? All right, so now let's go ahead and play the tough uke and see how we do. From the top. 1. Oh, there's a 1 beat count in. 1, 3, 2, 1. F. Add your pinky, take your pinky off. A7. Add your pinky, take your pinky off. Play the open 2020 for the D7. Pinky on 5. Pinky off. Pinky on. Pinky off. On and off. On. Okay, you got your high G7, 0757, 0575, sorry. That's your high G chord, high G7. 2, 3, 4, roll back to the C. C, index up here on 1, pinky on 5, and then back to a regular F. 2, 3, 4, rest. 3, 2, 1, back to the top of the page at measure 1. F chord, add your pinky. A7, add your pinky. D7, pinky, 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 and high G7. C, 1 and 5. F, 2, 3, 4, skip to the second ending, measure 9, rest. 3, index finger on 3, middle or ring on 5, pinky on 7, and then this nasty little A7. Remember, don't move your pinky, just hold your pinky out, add your index on 5, add your middle finger on the top string, and your ring finger also in the 7th fret. Okay, that's it. And you're going to be moving your pinky back and forth. 7, 8, 7, 7, 7, 8, 7, 7. That's probably the hardest part of the song. And then you go to measure 12, bar on 5, middle finger on the 6, third string, a couple of those strums, ring finger on the high string at 7, and then take it back off. 2, 3, 4, another G7, but keep your pinky ready because it's going to be doing part of the work here. Die, add your 7 at the pinky, 9, take it off, rings, and page 2, all pinky, those things, 2 5s. You can, and then I always just go grab the 6. Bet your life it isn't her. Oh my. And back to the same idea at the beginning. Could she would, could she could she would, she could, has G7, high G7, anybody, C chord, C, slide back up, has G7 again, anybody seen, slide back up, has anybody seen, opens my cal 2 3 4 1 A F. Okay, that's super fun. All right, so we're gonna play through it one time. We're gonna play through it that slow, and you guys are gonna nail it. Here we go from the top. One, so one beat counted. 1. 3, 4, rest. To the top. G7, C, 1 and 5, F, 2, 3, 4, rest, 3, 5, 7, A7 shape, bar chord on 5, middle finger, add a 7, take it off, 2, 3, 4, G7, pinky, G7, 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 pinky, G7, 5, 5, 6, 7, 10, 7, 8, 6, 0, 3, 4, F, pinky, F, A7, pinky, A7, strum, 5, strum, 5, strum, 5, strum, 5, G7, 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. That's it. That's 5'2". You out of here a little early today. Hope that's making sense. Hopefully you're having fun. Remember your level, right? If that's too hard, playing that's too hard, play the melody. If you got your chords together, this is a great opportunity to work on some alternate fingering on those chords. And of course, if you're brand new, Amazing Grace, that's where your energy should be going. And so, make yourself those, be wise, right? Push yourself a little bit, but also be working on an area where you're. I always tell people start with some etudes and you make a better bar worksheet to warm up. Then play some of your hard stuff, the stuff you wish you could play, kind of thing, and then always finish up your practice with a couple of songs you just enjoy playing, and that can be whatever. So. Um, they are nice songs this week, and so hopefully you're having fun with those as well. Evelyn says, "Give me the thumbs up," so that's what I want. All right, guys, go forth, do good, be safe, practice, keep showing up. That'll be the hard one, and then subscribe and like if you haven't done that. And I will see all of you either next hour. We are doing John Denver's leaving on a jet plane. Is that the one we're doing? I don't remember. I think so. Leaving on a jet plane. Yeah. And by the way, it's pretty easy. So you guys can come and knock that one out with me. And then baritone later, guitar later, and then I have Zoom tonight with harmonica and ukulele again. So we got a lot of music going out. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. I will see all of you either later today or tomorrow. Have a good night.